Alright, so this one is the Bayeux Tapestry stitch. This was done on the Bayeux Tapestry, which is the embroidery that describes the invasion of England by William the Conqueror in 1066. It had another name before, but I don't know what that used to be. But it's commonly known as the Bayeux Tapestry stitch now because it was used very extensively on the Bayeux Tapestry. And that is how you spell Bayou, if you feel like looking it up. It's very cool. It's about 200 feet long of embroidery that was done, and it's really neat. So I highly suggest checking it out. Actually, I will see if I can film something for you guys that shows the Bayeux Tapestry. Anyway, so this is the Bayeux Tapestry stitch right here. So I've got this nice long thing that I've sewn, and I don't want these things to move around. I don't like that, and you should not either. So I want to hold them in place. So what I'm going to do is over on this side, let me just scooch that stitch right back over there. So I did not mean to pull it like that. I'm going to go ahead and put a stitch in right here. Maybe a little bit lower. I think a little bit lower will work fine. Right there. And I'm going to go ahead and cross this all the way across. I'm going to check and see where I want to put in my needle, because I would like these to be perpendicular to the other stitches I've done so far. So I'm going to hold it across and then put my needle in just slightly above it. Okay, so it goes all the way across like that. I'm going to do one more of these. Just like that. I'm going to hold it across again just to see exactly where I want it to go. And right here seems like a great place for it. Now those are the stitches that are going to hold these stitches in place, but these are now floppy, right? So we don't want that. So what I'm going to do is every couple of stitches, maybe like a centimeter or so, 1/4 of an inch, I'm going to put a little stitch in there to hold that in place. And I'm going to try to keep them kind of even so that they look like they're supposed to be there. When I'm done with this, these stitches are not going to move that I've put in there. I think these are called little picot stitches. I don't remember. I watched a video on how to do this, and I remember that her talking about picot stitches. And I think this is what she was referring to. Alright, I think I'm going to be able to fit maybe 3 more on this row. Notice that I never let my thread get doubled over. I want to always be able to pull my needle off at any time. Alright, I think this is going to be my last one. It's not quite even, but it's close enough. And then what I'm going to do, I can have them be even, or I can have them be like in between those. I think I'm going to have these ones, let's see, I think I'm going to make them even with each other. You don't have to, though. It's kind of a stylistic choice. The only problem with making them even is that they can get kind of gaps in there. You kind of see those little gaps. I'm not sure if you can see those. Let me see if I can focus that a little bit better on there. There we go. Sorry about the lack of focus. It's hard to both sew and to make sure that you're focused in on the right place at the same time. There we go. almost finished, and then I'm going to quickly grab something and show you guys what I'm talking about when I say Bayeux Tapestry. Bayeux Tapestry is a really cool piece of work. There are like 3D models online where you can, like, well, 3D, I guess they're 2D. You can actually see the entirety of the Bayeux Tapestry. It's the entire story about how William the Conqueror claimed England for himself. He was from Normandy, and he went in there after Edward the Confessor passed away and passed it along to oh goodness, I'm forgetting his name. Harold, right? So King Harold, and that is who he took it from. So again, that's pretty much all done. That's not going anywhere now. I'm going to go ahead and kind of see what the back's looking like right there. And I'm going to just stick this in there and then trim that with my nice fabric scissors. I'm going to grab something real quick. I'll be right back. I'll let you look at that while I'm gone. So, this right here is a coffee cup my boyfriend gave me that has the entirety of the Bayeux Tapestry on it. You can see how much there is. There's a ton of it. It depicts battles, obviously horses, people. It's very, very long. Obviously, it's 222 feet or something like that, or that's what we have at this point. There's parts missing, there are parts that are damaged, there are parts that have been repaired, but it's a super cool thing, and it was all done with that stitch right there.